Hey friends, welcome back to part 2 of my Stranger Things inspired fluid art pour. We are just about to add the man, the myth, the legend himself, the shadow monster, the mind flayer, Senor Vecna. So before we start doing that method, let me show you what I've done here a little bit off camera. So as you can see, I did add some ombre effect around the sky and around the ground. I also added a touch of highlights down here on the grass areas and in the sky. And most importantly, I added the lightning bolts. So let me show you a quick clip of that.
All right, so the first thing I did try to do was use fluid art. So I made this beautiful white yellow color, and I figured if I could put it at the top of the painting and then tilt the painting, maybe it would drip down into a lightning bolt shape. Um, but I kept having to add some as it kind of stopped running, and yeah, it was a valiant effort, but just wasn't working how I wanted it to. So I decided to, wipe it all off and start over again. But this time, I needed to come up with a way to make it more controlled. So I'm just doing traditional brushwork here, adding the lightning bolts with the same color that I mixed up.
Now the plan is to add the shadow monster with some fluid art here. I have basically what we did the sky with, the dark clouds in the sky, with my little tiniest leaf blower. And then after that dries, I'm going to go back in and add some highlights with white or light gray. And then once all of it dries, then I'm going to do a red tint, meaning I'm going to come back with a really watery red and kind of tint everything so it's not as vibrant white. It's going to be kind of like a red cast on top of it. So one of the best parts about acrylic paints that I love is the layering that you can do. So you've seen this painting. It's many layers. It's about to get a few more layers on. So let's get started. Okay, so what I've done is I've just made an outline of the shadow monster that I've wanted with some of my metallic marker. We might have to come in and take that out afterwards. Hopefully the paint's going to cover most of it, but I just wanted a slight guide to doing this. So my idea is I'm going to kind of pour the outline here and take my leaf blower and blow it out to where the lines aren't super defined, but a little bit fuzzy. So it's basically, just taking fluid paint and moving it across a dry surface. I'm not going to put any pouring medium down for it to flow on. I'm just going to put it down. We might have to come back in with brushes or paper towels to kind of clean up the edges that we want, but I think it's going to work out well. Okay, and if it doesn't, fluid art, you just wipe it with a paper towel and try again, which I have done more times than I can count. And if you've seen my channel, you have seen me do that a lot. So, all right. So again, this color is a kind of a combination color. It's mixed of a lot of Payne's gray and some burnt umber from Liquitex Basics. So think of it as like a very warm gray, super dark though, and you can tell kind of in the painting here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do kind of an outline. So I know this is going to spray a little bit, so we'll do it in sections. So here's his head. And like I said, we'll just do it in sections and see how we get. Okay. This thing is so cute. Look at it. And I did try it out on a test piece, by the way. Okay, pretty cool so far. All right, let's just kind of finish this body here, the main body. Okay, just a little bit more right through here. Let's take that in just a little bit. It's supposed to get a little bit more narrow than that, so let's take it in. All right, really cool start. I'm excited. All right, let's try to add some of these limbs. These I'm a little bit more nervous about. So we're just gonna add a straight line down the center to where they would go. And see if we can't blow that straight and make a nice straight arm. All right, for the most part, it actually wasn't as bad as I thought. I am going to take this in a touch since we weren't able to control that as well. But actually not bad. I actually kind of like how the lines aren't super straight. So, all right, let's do another limb here. While we're on this side, we might as well just finish this side. All right, and I'll save that. I'm just gonna do, there's no way I'm gonna be able to control that, so I'll do a brushwork there. All right, not too bad. Let's come in here and clean this up because definitely got away from me, but that's all right. It's already looking really cool. I'm just gonna come down and do these. All right, that's not working, so I'm just gonna draw it on with this. Okay, so we have half of the shadow monster done. What I am going to do, so in all of these, he is basically in front of the lightning. I do want one lightning bolt to come in front of this one arm. So I am going to go over it, but then I'm going to kind of take my brush and fix it. So, and I'm so sad this camera didn't catch all of that, but thankfully my other one did. Apologize for the crappy audio, but we're back. All right. So let's get a little bit more here and then kind of decrease our amount. Okay, let's try this again.
All right, surprisingly, that one got a little bit wonkier than the others. So we're just gonna come in and clean some of these edges up here. All right, next limb here. All right, and our final limb. So hopefully I have enough paint. It looks like I'm going to. All right. Good. Okay, that looks cool. Let's clean up some of our edges here. All right, so we're gonna let that dry and then come back in with some highlights and add that. All right, now that he's nice and dry, we are coming in with a light gray color and just starting to add highlights where, if it was really lightning, where that would hit on his body. And remember, we will be red washing these, so I wasn't super concerned about picking the most perfect gray color, but I think this one will work just fine. All right, now that we have the highlights on his body, I did also add some up in the clouds where the lightning was and around his leg where the lightning's coming across. Now it's time to add the reddish hue. So what I did was I just took my cadmium red medium hue and I strongly diluted it with tons of water. So basically just a very thin, watery consistency. So yep, I just took that and basically applied it everywhere. So I wanted to also make the sky just a little bit more red, but what it's really going to do is just wherever we have a highlight, just add a nice reddish tint to it. All right, everyone, here is the finished product, our shadow monster. I'm so excited with how this turned out. I love the sky. Although it took many layers and many days to create this, I'm really excited about it. So you can see here where the red washing really helped bring everything back together and give that eerie red hue. And you can see some of the different highlights on his body, on the ground, in the sky, in the clouds. Yep, I love this one. So drop me a comment. What do you guys think? Do you think this turned out well? I'm really excited to do something very similar. Maybe I'll do a Demogorgon or some other cool scene, at Vecna's house or something like that. So drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. Give me a like and a subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much for watching.